You know, you can actually use the people you have in your circle to grow you into someone big. This is the strategy that will make you money. Then I watched it. I went and funded my account. I funded like over $30. Strategy ya Ghana. Said as a now, you can never make wealth from $50 or 100. Even made matters worse. You can't make yourself rich from $1,000.
Kwandiza ku Blocfiafrica natera amanya genzeka mukama Julius mu studios ndine banange ni Crash Kyonga Bashir n'omwami atagwa mboze woma sana obusemu rukundo. It's a special day lunaku lwanja ulonti tuyina special guest in the house. Gwe atulaba ng'otaddeko simu yo otaddeko computer oli mutulaba nkutegeeza nti gwe tulina mu nnyumba ayina bingi byakuterekedde byagenda okubanga akugamba owulire oba oli awo olina kyogenda okuyigamu olina kyogenda okufunamu kikuyambe okuseseta okujja wooli okutuuka ku ddaala eddala. Si muntu mulala yenna wabula nyina omukulu amuyita Solo Pounds ow'ekitiibwa nsanyusa okulaba mu nyumba.
Nange nsanyusa okusanga.
I think you're very comfortable using English, right?
Yeah. I'm very conversant with English.
You can use it?
Yeah.
Please, can you say hello to our viewers?
Hello people, my name is Mokisa Solomon. Many of you know me as Solo Pounds FX, and I'm a full-time day trader, and I'm glad to be here on this show. I'm ready to talk more about what I'm doing and the Forex trading industry.
Bamuyise Mokisa Solo oba muyite Solo Pounds. He's a Forex trader. Chikulu nyecho bwanga okiwulidde kigenda kubanga kikakatako okusigala nga ogwera byanabayogera for you to learn something. Teyazeeka yaze n'omukulu
Bambita Bwamiki Hamid. I'm also a Forex trader. Still studying as well, but also Forex trading. Yeah.
From his word, I have heard that he's still studying, but a Forex trader. Solo Pounds.
Yes, please.
Nange nsanyusa okusanga. We are so glad to have you in the house.
And I'm also glad to be here too.
Your name states that it's Solo Pounds.
Yeah, I'm called Solo Pounds.
May I know why you are called so?
Solo Pounds, well, it's a name that started from my high school actually. I don't know, maybe it was God's calling that I'm called Pounds, and then I trade Japanese, the GBP and all that stuff, all those Forex players. But it all started from my school when people called me Pounds, and then I just used it as my username from social media.
Okay.
But it wasn't because of Forex trading, just so you know. It all started from high school, and then people started calling me Pounds, and it was like a nickname. Okay, I would say people thought, or they assumed that I was from a good background. So my parents would always take care of me. I wouldn't say they gave me a lot, but people saw it.
They could give you some money.
Exactly.
Was this money in pounds?
It wasn't actually in pounds.
Or maybe just like the currency.
I didn't know. They just thought about it like, okay, this name could really fit you so well with your lifestyle and everything.
And it's the heaviest currency.
Exactly. So they were like, we're going to call you Pounds. And it started from 4, from 5, from 6. And yeah, I just became Pounds after that.
So you learned yourself in Forex.
Yeah, then I landed in Forex. I felt like, oh, this might have been a calling because I'm Pounds and there is GBP, Japanese, GBP, JPY, GBP USD. There are a lot of cross pairs like those. And then it made me feel comfortable. I feel like, yes, now this is my calling because of my name that I got without even knowing Forex trading. So it already felt like God knew what I wanted before I actually started. So I just followed the lead. It was like this dream that I always had, but I didn't know. So I just kept on going, and yeah, that's how I got my name.
Okay. Could it be one of the factors that inspired you to start Forex trading?
You're actually right. It's one of the factors. It's not the backbone, but it's one of them. After me knowing Forex trading, and then that whole name thing came when I was already too deep into it. I wouldn't say that it made me start, but I just saw it after some time that, well, it has really been a journey where I'm called Pounds, and I'm trading Forex. So it made me feel happy. Not like a factor that made me start, but it just made me feel happy on the course.
Okay. How did the idea of Forex trading come into your mind?
Well, I'm a man, or I'm a dude actually, who would really want not to rely on their parents. I usually want to start something that's of my own basis. So back then in university, actually before university, still in that vacation period, because I'm in that league of people who had corona affecting their from high school to campus. So I'm in that league. Yeah, it's very recent. Um, I looked for all ways to make money. I started with Instagram. Um, so Instagram, the reason why, okay, we'll come back to that later. So Instagram, I started reposting. I don't know if you guys have heard of what they call repost pages. So these are the pages that we work hard to get the followers that we have, so that people can come advertise on our page, or kids that want to be known by very Insta famous celebrity and all that. So I knew that kids of my age wanted such things, and I could take advantage of that. Though of course there were people in the industry, because it wasn't like my own idea. I'd already yeah, some people, very many people still doing it even now. So I realized, well, I can't start making money from it, because kids were really all over the place. I have 1,000 followers.
Wow.
They could queue for that. To them, that feels like heaven. If someone got 100 likes, they would literally not sleep.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Which trick did you use to attract those 1,000 followers to follow you?
Okay, so how I got the followers to get that big page, I remember I grew a page to 10,000 followers, with active followers actually. It was through hard work. I had to invest money to no, not buy followers. Like there are already pages that are already doing that. So you like buy their services. Of course, you want to do that, you will have to pay the cost. So I would pay these other pages so that they repost your page, or if they tag me. So followers will come in like that slowly. Then I also used to use hashtags. Yeah, hashtags would help. Yeah, and it being a repost page, of course, people that you would post, like famous people that you repost, would also repost you. So even those people you repost, the ones that are already famous, they would repost you and you get followers like that. So getting the followers was in that way, though it's a hard process, but in the end you get paid over people who want to advertise.
So they went in for, social media to make money.
Yeah, I was looking for ways to make money. So in the long run, I realized it wouldn't take me so far.
Okay.
I wanted something big and.
To ask you, how much were they paying? These people wanted to be posted in a page.
Okay, so the services run like this. If someone wants to be posted in a day, they could pay like only one picture that very day.
You tag their accounts.
Yeah, I tag their accounts. They could pay like 20,000 Ugandan shillings.
What? Just to post one
Picture
One
for
picture.
a day. Yeah.
Please, before you go on something more,
Yeah.
can you give more insight about that? Because there's someone who is now asking himself or herself, and how do I do this and how do I start?
Of course, you'll have to know everything needs hard work. It's not because it sounds easy that it would be easy. It would be really hard. You'll need to have that consistency of posting let's say every evening, every morning.
At least every day you have to put something.
Exactly. You have to keep your followers interested. And they need to know that, well, this is an active account. Of course, they will want to be on a dormant account. So how to start? You can simply get your phone, open up an Instagram page. Plain, just new one.
Just getting the phone, opening up an account,
Yes.
and that's all.
Which
That's
is free actually.
okay. It's not that old, but more easier to come about what I'm about to tell you. So you open up the account. When you open up the account, you will start with reposting. Get some known people. You can start with people that you like in
Kardashians.
Uganda. Yeah. Okay, it could even be in your own country. You get musicians that are known.
You know, this guy what she's saying, Kapinganze, umusajja we introducing a lot for trading younger, but this is safe. you just press here, buy, you just press here, sell.
Mm.
But if it don't take a moment
Yeah,
after
later
doing
after,
that,
right?
yes, you have a phone or in an Instagram page,
Mm.
but if it don't take after that,
Yeah.
After
you
you
get
opening
no
the
create,
account.
you successful in what you are doing. But for them, when you come up for training, when
Buy and
buy
sell.
and sell. Nagamba byangu
And
when
yet it doesn't
tomorrow
just
will
end
be
there.
rich.
Mm.
But
Mm.
in background, the effort you put in to achieve what you want,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
needs a lot of effort.
So the step, of course, I've just talked about opening an Instagram page. After you open the page, you'll start reposting. Of course, you'll need to use hashtags. I remember by then, Instagram had a limit for hashtags. Because, of course, the more hashtags, the more outreach your post could get. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it might not, as any other business. So you put your hashtags and you wait for results. I promise you, if you used like sensible hashtags, not usual hashtags, sensible hashtags that are
I usually look for the trending ones.
yeah, the trending ones, exactly,
Yeah.
the trending ones. It would really give you some outreach for that first post you even post. At least 7 people might like your post with no
Target
followers.
audience,
Yeah, because I've done that over and over again. I had enough accounts to know that, well, it works even with a different account.
So you did this for quite some
Hashtag
time.
FDC.
Exactly.
Let me ask a question.
You know, when I'm asking questions, I look at that person who is new into this.
Tunoolera muntu
They
wa-
have
naye
ntula muntu wa
totwala
wansi.
ate speed.
Ntula-
Genda mu Luganda olwaffe olwa bulijjo.
Ntulya muntu wa bulijjo.
He says
Mbuliza ono muntu wa wansi. You talk of hashtag. What's a hashtag?
Well, a
Yeah,
hashtag
by the
is,
way, nange ngenda buuza.
I would say you will have to put a hashtag. It's something that could help your video to go viral by any chance. It's a chance that, well,
Yeah.
you'll
Because
use the
sometimes you can
hashtag.
put them and
It's like a
states.
search word.
Exactly, something like a search.
No, let's say,
Yeah,
no, let's
reference.
say
Yeah.
as Solo FX. He has branded himself as Solo Pounds. So whenever he posts videos and they're going, people are liking and liking, so you start putting hashtag Solo FX.
Hey, so when
Yeah,
someone olinga anoonya
Hashtag Shiba.
Exactly.
then
Hashtag
ajja
Cindy.
kuba looks
Yeah.
agenda ku page yange.
Everything that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
written about
Hey.
Cindy will be in that hashtag.
Yeah.
As long as everyone is posting about that particular thing, it
Oh,
will be included in that hashtag.
if
Hashtag
wabeerawo
Forex.
omuntu yenna asearchinga
Yeah.
about,
Forex, you will
about
be,
Forex,
you
then
will
kati
appear.
nange post yange egenda kuba mu
Exactly,
that
exactly. You will fall in that category of.
When I came across one of your videos, I was like, this guy looks to be famous, but how comes I'm just seeing one video? Until I saw somewhere down the video, Solo Pounds, and when I tapped on it, a lot of videos came out. Is that what you call hashtag?
No.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be a hashtag that you tapped and then you came
Were
across
you on Instagram?
Instagram. Okay, yeah. It could be a ton of videos. When you tap that hashtag, of course, my videos might be Solo Pounds FX. Now that's the hashtag you tapped. So it would direct you to videos that are just like mine, even that are not mine, but people used my hashtag.
name, yeah.
So it will end up being the category of videos you will see.
The same way someone can tap Shiba in my video, like the same way I can post a video and I tag Shiba. So when someone taps into that hashtag that has Shiba, my video is going to be there as well. Yet I'm not Shiba, but I
like,
tagged Shiba.
okay, kati nganze bwe ngenda ku YouTube ne searching any video maybe about
Forex.
tugeze lot size.
Yeah.
Kati waliwo ezimu ezijja nga topic si lot size
naye
naye
mulimu
nga
akagambo
mulimu
ako.
lot size within
Yeah.
the video. It's
Definitely.
like that.
Exactly.
Eringa hashtag.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Basket of videos that have the
ezirimu
same
some
thing.
the topic like
Related.
related
Exactly,
to that.
exactly.
Yes.
Oh, so ye yali idea yo that for you get hashtags or if you're starting social media,
Yeah.
that is how you get a hashtag.
That's how you start from zero.
Yeah. And you as well. Anybody. You
Yeah.
can create your own hashtag on your social media page. You
Exactly.
open up your page, Blocfiafrica. Every video you post, you start creating your hashtag Blockfi, hashtag. So
Exactly.
whenever your videos are trending, like likely you get one video that has gone viral. Everyone will be
Will be-
checking or whatever. Whenever they write Blockfi, you have to appear.
Yeah.
Ah,
So,
okay.
of course, let's remember why that question came about. it was about how you start. That because I was still on the story of how I knew about Forex trading. So of course I used the hashtags. I had some other colleague I was working with. We were able to grow our pages, got some money.
Yeah. So
In that,
on a total, how many pages did you sell?
I made over 6.
6 pages.
Yeah, but
Maximum with how many followers?
the least followers I had on one was about 2,000 followers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a lot of work, I wouldn't lie. I had to post every morning and every evening. I made some good money. I can't say that it's a whole total, but according to the prices, because we would say a pick a day that could be like 20. The least, the least amount was
20K.
20,000. Then to be reposted on the story
Okay.
was
24 hours.
yeah 24. If you want to be reposted again the other day, you would pay an extra amount.
At 20.
About 50 stories actually get more outreach than
Definitely.
the post. Yeah, actually Instagram has a rule, I don't know if they still use it, that only about 10% of your followers see your post.
Really?
So those that scroll,
Yeah, so I was wondering
only
why
10%.
someone is having like 1 million following
And
and they only get like 5K.
exactly, it has that algorithm. That's not with TikTok, by the way. TikTok is different. That with TikTok you can get tons of views with likes, but with few followers. Exactly.
Yeah. You can see
doesn't
someone.
depend on the following.
Exactly. Unlike
Your video
Instagram.
can trend. It goes viral. People are viewing it over like 5 million views, but you have like 10K following.
Exactly.
By that time, were you at school?
Well, the time of repost pages, I was in my vacation
From 6.
for that Corona time.
Oh,
So I was looking for ways to make money, and I fell across that. Lucky people who found about Forex trading earlier, but I didn't know about it. So I was still in my own cage doing my thing, and I fell across
This
that.
is this the early stage of COVID?
Yeah, like the deep early stage where people are all
2020.
locked down and stuff. I'm glad my parents could provide internet, and it was the only thing I needed. Internet and just scroll your phone, find famous people, post those people. Yeah.
So, did you go back to school, or you decided to keep on working on social media and make?
Of course.
I kept on going. I went for my university, still doing the repost pages, but then I got caught up with time because I was doing a course that needed a lot of time to be there. I was doing surveying, so I realized I can't keep doing the repost pages.
Posting.
Exactly.
Every now
Though
and
money
then.
was still coming in, but I was like, nah, I need to concentrate. So I told my colleague, yo, I'm done. Yeah, he tried to keep on going, but with time,
Oh, this one.
no, it wasn't this one. It was some other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was called Tevin. Though he was like, yo, I can't keep on, because he was also going to campus. So we chill out. So when I left that business, the one of repost pages, actually the pages, I sold the pages because people were interested. I was like, okay.
They bought them.
They bought them, I shared with my other colleague, and we called it ends.
Okay, when you say a page, does someone change the entire account and remains with the following, or what is sending
So
a page?
it depends on him or her, because what ideas they're about to post out are theirs. They could buy the page,
Delete all the pictures.
delete all the
Then
pictures
they start posting for themselves.
for themselves, personal page. Then there is another option of just keep doing what I was doing. Because no one knew me, no one knew that I was the one running the page. It was all anonymous. But of course we would host people on the story and all. It was a fun whole thing for that lockdown time because people were bored all on their phones. So it would keep people excited. So no one knew I was running the page, of course. So when someone buys it, it's on them to either make themselves own the page or keep doing what I was
Continue
doing.
you're doing.
So I sold those pages, made some money, not quite a lot.
Yeah.
I made some money, and then I started with
At
school.
least, some people didn't make any in COVID.
Yeah. So I started with school, and because my dad once told me, he always told me, the time of COVID, his work also got sabotaged. But we had a farm that we would work on. Actually, was working at the farm while doing the repost pages, so it was a whole lot of work.
And I know for sure internet, when it comes to posting and stuff, you need to be.
Yeah, you have to be active. A client might come, and you're not available.
Yeah.
So someone's feelings can make them purchase your product.
Yeah.
You have to keep appearing.
Someone guy applying mu Google.
Mm.
Yafuna omulimu mu Google. So yateeka applications ne bamusindikira email nga bamuyita bamuwa interview agenda.
Really?
Naye yamala week n'abanga ataliiko yagenda okukoma ne bamugamba
Actually,
so that thing of being active.
just to
Social
skip
media,
a
when
bit.
you are doing online business,
Yes.
it is very good. You have to be active.
You know, some people have business pages. You send them a message, you DM them. They never answer.
Exactly. That reminds me of some other prop firm called FTMO.
Yeah.
With them, if you don't pick your payout the time you're supposed to pick it, you'll wait another 60 days. So it shows you how availability can bring you opportunities. Availability can bring you opportunities.
What's with them?
FTMO.
Payday ya lero.
Yeah.
But initiating the pay.
But I think very many people, they can't miss that.
Yeah, of course you've been anticipating for it the whole
Because I
time.
remember I would
But
always
you know-
waiting for that message.
you
When
might
I'm-
get
for
stuck
me, I
in
always
things,
do my
you know,
Forex
you can be
fund.
busy.
They would send message on email. I would be
you-
waiting
you-
every
you
time.
said
They say same, it's pay time.
Yeah.
So we're getting a busy no biera vida.
No.
When you have some money.
Waliwo olugamba nti leero sijja kubeera.
Nera day.
Actually, that day you can't even sleep.
You're just waiting.
You're just waiting for that email. It's
For me, I know
payout
that
time.
feeling. When you have been waiting for the whole month, then you forget tomorrow that you are going to receive the money.
Over there. No, you
So-
might be like, when I die call regular, I'm going to work on it.
Nedda Nick sente.
Nick
nga
gonna
kulika
mugagala
bitaano
wakoza
byo.
kubeera ne sente nyingi ku account ne weerabira zigenda.
Alright. Bogedde ku fundings and getting paid. Switching ebirowoozo byange okudda ku forex trading. Solo pounds, please, can you now tell us the transition from reposting pages now into forex trading?
Sorry, we skipped to forex trading. I wasn't there yet. I still have another business that I did.
Before you
Jump to forex trading, exactly. So I did forex trade. No, sorry. I did online shops. Like, you know, it's the easiest business you could do.
So what were you selling?
I'd sell clothes, shoes, jewelry. Because
Men stuff?
women and men, all of them. Because I was in a university that...
The real hustler.
Exactly, I'm a good hustler. So I'm from Deja University, the one in Luero. So kids that side, students that side rarely get fancy things.
I know, right?
Because the journey from university to town,
Kampala.
it's expensive. And after that COVID period, wow, it was insane. If you were to come back, you'd spend like 30,000 over a journey that could take you 10,000 in the original days. So I realized people really needed things. So what I would do a week, I would list down things that everyone needs. Because you go to this one, do you need this? Actually, of course, since I already had a connection with social media, it wasn't hard for me to reach out to people. I used my WhatsApp friends. You know, you can actually use the people you have in your circle to grow you into someone big.
Definitely.
So
That I agree.
yeah, I had like tons of numbers over the repost pages. People would want to keep my number because, well, they know I have
So
a big...
You had also another group. Of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
in your WhatsApp.
Even after selling the accounts, I had people I kept in my WhatsApp. I had over 1,000 contacts. So reposting a status, it could get like 200 views, 300 views over our WhatsApp status. So I would use that, and since people knew I was okay, not that you know, but people also knew me for being a loyal, trustworthy person. So it wasn't hard for me to tell them, well, you need this, I can get it for you. So even people reached a point of they send me the money and just expect their things because they knew they could trust
So
me.
you only sold to university kids.
Online, I could even do deliveries to kids in MOOC, other universities, depending, because I would come to town, then it would be easy for me to access Makerere University.
Now, did you have a specific day that these days I'm delivering?
Exactly.
I get some clients in Kampala, Mook, wherever.
Yeah, so it would be like a day that I would sacrifice and say it's now working time, shopping time, and delivery time. Actually, I'll shop on Saturday, then deliver their products on Sunday. for those that are in Mook and Kampala areas, I'll deliver them that very day I buy them, so that I don't take a journey to and for
So
delivery.
you keep orders for like a week?
Yeah, I'll keep orders for a week.
No, what if you find that the item is already priced higher than what
Higher.
you expected?
Of course, I had connections in town. Sorry, I'm a lot of hustling
I
type
know.
of person. So I already had my colleagues in town, that the shoe guy, the jewelry guy, the clothes guy.
What is the price now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hustle going there to find out the price. I already had calls I could make,
So
and
you
I
already
already
know
know.
how much you were to spend in town.
Exactly.
Okay.
So how would I earn? Of course, someone would ask you, buy things for people. How would you earn? I would earn off the extra commission. Of course, if someone told me it's 20,000, for some reason online
That
things
would-
are always expected to be expensive.
Yeah.
So 30,000, you
I
wanted
know.
things easy, so
I
you
also
would
do
come at
that.
a
Once I
cost.
come here, I scroll, I see it's 50.
Yeah,
I check for another one.
exactly.
Started.
Even
Then
me,
I
like,
know
to me,
if
when
I
I like-
slop downtown, it's 15.
Exactly. So it would be quite cheaper.
Like even me when I like something, I don't even negotiate. I like something, I just buy.
Exactly.
So even someone who is asking,
Me, by the
can
time
get
I
some
press buy
commission.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your page,
You'd have
Hey,
made enough research.
I go around like 10 people
Yeah.
selling the same item, asking how
understand.
much.
Yeah, so the reason why I did it, because in my year actually I'm the only one who tried to do such a thing. Then other people came up to do the same, so they felt
You're
like,
the
well,
pioneer.
the pioneer. So even if I told them some price that I was
Yeah.
saying, they would think, well, it's the right one. So they would come out to me, hey, birthday party gifts, what? Yo, you would make some good money off that. Then people in hostel need like these movable cupboards and all that. Yeah, it was a whole experience.
No
Hectic.
businessman.
Hectic over the weekend, because I would say I didn't have time to rest actually.
Making money and managing books, those are two different hard things. Now my concern is, how were you managing this? Like, getting to be sure that I have to read books, I have to follow lessons, I have to make money. That passion of managing the two things, where your parents always on you. Solo, please do this. Solo, please do this. Keep on reading books. Or you had someone else to advise you.
Were they comfortable with what you are doing? Bali supportive oba tebamanya gwali eno mu dungeon?
Well, I'm going to talk about what happened in Corona. My dad, actually, he's a hardworking man. He's the one who groomed me into being a hustler. Okay, he made me get that picture that a man really needs to work smart, and you need to have money as a man. So as we were going to the farm one time, he told me one statement: Solomon, you're seeing, if I didn't have this farm with all the poultry, the animals that are bringing in money, because of course we used to sell eggs
In COVID, yeah.
in COVID, and
Actually, it was the only business that was running.
yeah, but okay, of course, even in COVID, the prices kind of dropped.
Yeah.
So it would still affect him, but he was telling me, if we didn't have this as a second option, you would not have what to eat today. I was like, oh, actually, that statement sat in me so emotionally, deeply. And like, when I also get a time to do my own thing, I'm not going to do just one thing. Because books are books, of course.
Yeah.
You still need to read to get where you want to be. Matter of fact, you'll have to also need connection. Because in my backbone of Uganda, we all know that connections are not just, you just don't
Please
get a
give me
job
connection,
easily.
eh?
Exactly. You won't just go to your status, hey guys, I need a job, and you get a job.
You just enter an office.
So I knew that the books I was doing were not going to give me the life I needed. Or if they even did, it wouldn't come easy. It can't be just one road. You being a man, you need to have a plan. Okay, I don't want to call it a plan B, because I'm not a man who wants to do plan Bs, but you need to be a good planner. That comes to the point where you ask me, how do I manage school and the work? I had a specific timetable that I'll follow strictly, that hey, if it's books, it's books. I'm not playing around at now taking
There's no
orders.
shopping today.
Exactly. People knew me that I wouldn't reply to my WhatsApp messages if it's not the time for that. So I would plan my time. The lectures I'll go for. If it's coursework, I'll do it. Everything was done quite well. Matter of fact, my results were also showing that this guy is really putting in the work. Then over the weekend, of course, in my campus, we wouldn't study over the weekend. I would now resort to my business.
So you were doing holiday, like day student or evening?
Just student. Yeah.
So your life was programmed. You knew what you were going to do even the day.
Yeah,
before.
exactly. I'm not the person who would wake up not knowing what they wanted to do that day. So you asked me how are my parents comfortable with that. My dad, I usually talk to him every weekend. Even till now, I call him, we talk and jazz. So I'll tell him my plans, and to him it didn't seem like he's not concentrating. To him it felt like, well, he's looking
trying.
out to be a better man.
Yeah.
Because what would scare a parent is Solomon is going for parties, Solomon is here, Solomon is wherever.
He's
You
no
get
longer attending classes.
exactly. But I'll do my part of being a student, and then I'll also do my part of the other work, which I even told him about, and he was like, wow, I like that you're thinking that hard.
Yeah.
Because it made him feel proud, actually. It didn't make him feel like scared. Yeah, to see me progress. So back to the point, we're still on the story of the online shop. So it also got hectic at some point.
Running here and there.
My
Delivery
dreams were
network.
bigger than that, I would say, because yes, you do the things, money comes in, but still at the end of it all, you want something big.
Yeah, olabanga chitono nnyo gy'oli.
Exactly.
So you were compressing like yourself
Exactly.
to be at a level.
Yeah. So when I was still doing the online shop, that's when I met my friend here.
Hamid.
Yeah, I met Hamid then. Yeah, I talked to him. I told him, he even set me for some things in town, I remember. Then I bought them, I brought them for him.
He
He
was
was like,
one
yeah.
of your clients as well.
How did you meet him?
Nah, I met him at campus. He's also from DJ, from the other campus. So I met him, we talked, we had similar ideas that weren't of kids of campus. Kids of campus are thinking party, who wear out blaring, what?
Sunday.
You know?
Sugwera.
Yeah, so those are the things that they are interested in. And when I met this guy, he had a different perspective, a perspective that I also had. Because on me, of course, on weekends, I'm in shop looking for products. It's not like I was even interested in parties. That reminds me, I interacted with some friend of mine back then. I asked him, so bro, what are your plans after campus? He looked at me and he said, Solo, I'm just waiting to finish. The things will come.
see.
You will see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, I can't really live like that. I can't live by the lack of whatever will happen.
We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, because people believe in tomorrow being a better day, but they don't know that there are the people who
have
make
to
them
make
that tomorrow a better day.
Even today was tomorrow.
Exactly.
So you have to start
To plan.
today, yeah.
Exactly. So when I met my friend here,
Campus people are listening.
I'm
Maybe
glad
they
they are.
pick
I
a
want
leaf.
them
Yeah,
to
maybe.
pick a leaf actually.
Make your tomorrow today. Make it for tomorrow. Let's make it today.
Exactly. So when I met my friend here, apparently I don't know if you guys know some guy called Vidola.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also a forex trader. So he was in my campus, but I didn't know. But this friend of mine knew him. So Hamid sees how I'm doing things and all that. Then he talks about, there is this thing called forex trading, by the way. I'm like, oh, what does it do? So he told me.
So this one.
Yeah.
Brought the idea of Forex.
Yeah, he brought the idea. So I was all there. Then he came to me and like, there is this forex trading. Then apparently he knew Dan, like they were classmates and group mates even. So they already had an interaction before that. But Dan already started his journey way back.
Yeah.
So when he talked to me, I was like, okay, this is good. So you just buy and sell. Then he also showed me Dan how he made it and all that. I was inspired, and I'm like, yo, I think it's high time I changed routine. So
Tired of moving in town.
it was a whole journey,
Make
but
it on the phone.
exactly, because I imagined. So he did all this on his phone, and
So how
This one.
Chajja kitya mu bwongo bwo, like what came in your mind when he talked about forex? Like the first day I saw forex trading, like I saw going to build tomorrow, going to buy the car. Even I was seeing the type of the car I'm going to drive this year. Like what came into your mind when he was talking about forex
Well,
trading?
what came
Like
into my mind?
Those 2 days or 3.
so what came into my mind, of course, I first told my girlfriend, hey, I think we are done being broke.
Hustling.
We're done hustling. Oh my God, she was excited. I think she jumped the whole place. She was like,
with
are you
money.
sure? So we can make this amount of money from this amount of money?
Yeah.
Because I
$100.
I really confided in her, telling her everything. So I told her the time, she was so excited. She was happier than me actually.
Yeah.
Because she had seen how I'm doing the online show, from the
No,
repost
she
page.
knew.
Yeah.
By the
Oh.
way, remind me, even that man when he introduced me to trading, even me, I also called my wife. I said, we have been in the darkest night waiting for
Ah,
the greatest dawn.
exactly.
But when the time came, when I was in trading, I was not making any money. She just asked me, when is the dawn coming?
Now I'm yet to get to that part. After her getting all excited, so she was really happy. So when are you starting? I'm like, I've met my friend here.
I can imagine.
We're going to just start tomorrow. It felt
I know
so
that
easy.
feeling. I
Or a
can even feel it
shortcut.
now.
To the point that you even feel it now.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I remember that day, I was so excited, I even started researching before talking to him.
You go to Google.
I go to Google, I found some app called Expert Options. So
Well,
I
it's
go
so
to
hard to listen.
I think everyone first goes to Expert
Definitely,
Options.
yes. Those are the
High
first
key
things that come.
options,
Cool.
Definitely. Whenever I put forex trading, I choose options.
I don't
Expert
know.
options.
Those guys have a way of getting to people
They
very
sponsor.
easily.
They sponsor.
So I downloaded the app. It was Expert Options. I started with a demo. I started with a demo. I hear you.
10,000.
Yeah, you then the line if it comes above or below, you get your money,
How I
whatever.
made my first 10,000.
And their ads are so eye-catching to the point that when you see their ad, a guy is
Just
driving.
click.
This is how I made my money from Expert Options. Here's a car. I'm like, this is trading that they have talked about.
Yeah.
So I also downloaded the app, started trading. I was so serious to the point that I didn't know what a strategy was. I didn't know in forex trading you needed a strategy. I started coming up
You're
with
at your baby
strategies.
steps then.
Yeah, but I knew it's time to
start.
become better. So in Expert Options, there was that, I think it was an RSI that they put at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I would see how it moves. Then when I buy, if it's down, I get money. If I made my simple strategy there.
RSI or Ketra channel. Like
Yeah.
when the bros are up, then you sell. When they are down, they don't.
Exactly. So I came up with my strategy there. I started making profits on the demo. Like it's time to deposit.
Like everyone does on the demo.
Exactly.
Everyone makes money.
So I deposited money on Expert Options.
They have you
Real
in the
money.
real basket now.
What was your first deposit?
My first deposit, I was just trying out. I put like $20. Trying, you see? I was like,
Around them telling sound.
I was like, let me try out this thing and I see. So, I've forgotten another story. God, I've passed I even forget
This
something.
gotta be exciting.
So let me first rewind before we come to Expert Options.
Yeah.
So in the desperation of looking for money, I had my girlfriend. Of course, yeah, she's still patient. But at that point she wants, babe, take me out. Other people are getting
Like
this.
other girls
What?
at the campus.
Yeah. So I was like,
She was a capasa.
I have to do.
Eh?
Yeah. No, before that, before I even started
Charlie,
trading.
Before.
Call social media.
Before I even
mago.
started trading. So she was putting me on that tension.
Be a boyfriend like others.
Okay, yeah, she didn't say it in a mean way, but she was trying to
You
portray
were
signs.
saying that maybe
By the way,
she needed
you
something.
can be having like a lady, not a banga by introducing her, she's on the phone now, hey, whatever, Abasaja.
That you just get it indirectly. You're like, I know what she's doing. So before that, now my ex-best friend, he was doing betting, football betting, and I was like, man, you need money, your girl needs this. So how about you start
The
betting?
quickest way.
I don't watch football, by the way. It's one odd thing for a guy, but I don't. I feel like
Yeah.
it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it, but it takes a lot of time to concentrate, watch people kicking a ball and all that. So I wasn't the type of football guy. So I see my guy betting. He has not made any money from it, but I was like, I think I could start and make some
For
money.
myself,
That is still 2020. 2019.
Just after beginning campus, actually.
That is
That's when.
2021.
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect what trading at there.
So
Hey, Charlie, baby.
I'm still a kid, a baby in this thing. But when I got, my friend told me, I called him that day, like, can you teach me betting? This
You
betting
got him
stuff.
from the campus.
The girlfriend.
From
the pressure has now become
Yeah.
worse.
the girlfriend pressure just took me to that point. But when he was like, hey, you sure you want to learn? Because I've never watched football. They're like, I can teach you. So we started small money. Of course, like you want to try out your luck.
Yeah.
So I started one day, I put 20K, got 25,000. The odds were little. Of course, I got something less. So while we went on, I trusted in him because I feel like he had the experience.
He had some
Yeah,
idea.
you know,
But he was not making money.
he wasn't making money, but I still had trust in him as a friend. I was like, he can do
He's
it.
been there.
He has been there. So one time, I get tempted. My dad had just sent me tuition, about 700,000. So he sent me that money. He had really struggled to get that money. So he gives me that money and he's like, you go and pay. I swear that was the first time I got devious thoughts. I was like, should I keep this money? They just taught me betting. I called that friend of mine. I'm like, hey, come. There's something burning. So I called him. I'm like, yo, bro, can you help me make they call it kapapula? A kapapula. I'm going to put all this money. All the money. I was ready to put everything. I didn't think to. No, they sent me 800. After sending me 800,
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to put this money, all of it. They're like, no, you just put 200. You put 700. You'll remain with
This
100.
other friend of yours is advising
maybe.
you.
Nanti, I'm the one who invited him, by the way. It wasn't his fault. I was like, you come. He even passed it solo. Do you want to do this? I was like, yes, I'm ready. I'm a risk taker. I felt it in me that I'm going to make this. So we put. I remember. So I remember there were 6 teams. I don't know if we have time because I have.
It's okay. It's okay.
So I had like 6. He made for me 6 teams. I trusted him. Like, don't worry. So we put that 700,000 and was supposed to get 13 mil. So I was like, this is the thing I was waiting for.
700 for 13 million.
We even got a calculator, started calculating things we're going to buy.
Minus
A
the-
phone, you're going to buy your girlfriend a phone, these new ones, iPhone 1. You're going
She
to
has
do
been
this.
putting you on pressure for nothing.
Yeah, cut it now, slowly. Put the money that very day. So we had the match the following day. I had this friend of mine, follow this guy. I talked to him, I was like, bro, now you know your intention, you don't know football. I asked him, bro, this team and this team, which one do you think is going to win? They're like, Solo, have you started betting? I'm like, no.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, because he was my spiritual guy, like he would advise me on things to do. I'm like, no, I'm just asking. Tell me. I'm like, I don't know, but you never know. This one might win. Oh, he gave me the faith. Okay, can still leave the money there. It was on Bet Power. Is it called Bet Power?
I don't even.
Bet Power. So I felt confident to do what?
To leave the money.
To leave the money there. Because with Bet Power, before the matches start, you can remove your money if you wanted to.
Sengo funamu ekitengo.
Yeah, if you get Chitengo, you can remove your money. So after putting the money there, the following day we had the match. It was in the evening. I'll never forget that day. Because remember I'd stopped all businesses. Now I was like kind of relying on my parents. So that time the match started immediately. First match lost. Everything. I knew now everything is gone because the first match has gone. So 7. Exactly. How did I feel? I walked because he would stay in some other hostel. I was in summer hostel. So I walked from his hostel because after the game finishing like this, I looked at him, he looked at me, I was like, Solo, I'm sorry. Then I walk out, quiet. But before we put that money, I was like, but don't worry, if yours fail,
There is 100.
his tuition was also coming.
Hey.
So like, if yours fails, we shall put mine. No, but let's listen to the story. It gets funnier. So after me losing, I walk out of his hostel
You are thinking now.
I was feeling so bad. So bad because I
But
knew what
there
my
are
dad
other
was.
matches coming up, right?
Yeah,
When you lose
because
the
when
first
you
match,
lose any
you've
match,
lost
What
all.
Whoa,
Kabaka
then
with them.
Tuwali.
So I went.
Kabaka
I went.
Bali mwejiba munana. Gumu ne gugwanga musanvu.
Everything goes with the first match. So I leave his hall. I went to my room. It was about 9 p.m. there. I was so devastated. I didn't eat that very day. I just went, slept. I didn't know. Then I woke up at 2 a.m. Started thinking about my troubles. So I looked in my room.
Oh, you're going to look
Yeah, exactly.
at that.
I looked at my room. No, I didn't think about calling my dad by that way. I looked at my room. What can you sell here that can total up to 700,000? Truth was I hadn't bought anything significant to that money. My phone, I was like, what are you going to use to even pay that tuition? Usually pay with online services. So I look at my phone. There was my neighbor there. She was called Marina. I go tell her, you know that I betted 700,000 and I lost it and it was tuition. She laughed. And then she was like, you think you're the only one who has problems? Someone also just betted all their tuition for you, just betted 700. But don't lose. Because as that verge of losing hope, and she told me, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. That money can come anytime. She had this weird faith that I didn't know I could also gain from. So I remember I only betted. They sent me 800. I was left with 100,000. So the following day, I looked at that 100,000. I'm like,
Was it that the whole tuition over, it was partial?
partial. And it was the last. So I expected nothing more. The last partial part of it. So I was left with 100,000. I looked at it. I'm like, Solo, how can you make this 100,000 into something sensible? I looked at it. I'm like, the only thing that you can do now is put it back on bed power and
I know.
hope that it will work your way. Because of course 100,000 can't do anything on 7. Because I didn't even know trading. So then my girlfriend called and she told me, babe, I need this. Then I'm like, okay, let me give her 50. I'll be left with 50. Because of course if I put the 100 on bet power and it will all go, why don't I just give her half and I use this 50? So it was a Saturday. I sat down, got bet power, looked for six matches. You remember I don't know football. I made research. I'll never forget that research. I sat down. This team player, when did they score their last goal? They're weird teams, not these big teams of Liverpool, Man U. These weird teams you've never heard of. I put 6 teams. Were they 6? 6. So I put 6, then hoped, then I prayed to God. God, if this thing works, I'm going to give you tithe.
Now you're remembering God.
No,
Yeah. The 800 was going. You didn't think about him.
So when I said that prayer, I said it with my whole self. I've never felt so close to God when I was praying. So after I placed, then at that point I was the brokest guy in campus. Nothing left on my pocket. But I was just hoping that. And I made sure it ended that day. I made a couple that ends that day. So I I don't want to wake up with the pressure of another day. Chigwa lero. Oba zigenda zigenze. Now I remember I was left with 50 and I didn't have what to eat that night. So I was like, so I kept 42,000. 42,000 is the money I put on bed power. So I ate 8, just to keep alive till I wait for the kapapula. That I don't know if it will work or not. So I wait for the kapapula. The first match wins. I'm like, okay, luck happens, You're left with 5, so don't get so excited. So it was about 7 p.m. The second match hit. Okay. So it may be beginner's luck for the 2 matches. Third match hits. Hello. This is getting. Before even, I wasn't so excited because I knew if any of them failed, she went there. I'm going to tell you how much. 42,000. Keep that in mind. So the fourth one, disclaimer. So fourth match hits. I'm like, this is the time to start praying. I knelt down, prayed, oh God, please. Second, there were 2. Fifth wins. I'm like, come on, put it up. I felt it coming. Now this is the point I knew it was God, because nothing could happen. Do you guys know about? Is it called double chance?
1x, x2. One.
When you do either draw or the team win. Oh, but it's called what? I forgot.
No. It's called 1x double chance.
Mike is called X.
There is something they call it.
don't even steal.
Win or draw, like you can say.
No,
Man, you
there
will
is
win
the way they
or
call
it's
it.
may.
You defend your team.
Eh.
It's going to win
Yeah.
or make a draw.
Exactly.
Maybe the only way you lose by the team
The loss.
losing.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So I put that the last match was happening. So I picked a team or a draw. So the team I picked, the other team I didn't pick scored 1 from first half.
The one you didn't pick.
The one I didn't pick. So the prayer there was good. Please let this team I didn't pick, the team that I picked, score 1, just 1. 90 minutes, nothing. They gave extra time of 4 minutes. And guess who scored a goal? My team. I've never felt so happy. Let me tell you why I
You
so happy.
celebrated than coach.
Let me tell you how much I got from 42,000. Till now, I feel like it was good because I don't know how those odds added up
Even
from.
you.
All
even
the
you-
16.
you
With
picked
just
a
6
team.
teams,
How much money did you get from that?
I got
I
2
think-
million from 42,000. I just started betting last week, and I'm a person making 2 million from 42,000.
Chokanga, you had invested earlier like a 700k.
Just a minute. Solomon takugamba ku betinga akunyumiza story ye eyaliwo otegeere gye nvudde tolira nti yawangula miliyoni 2 okuva mitwalo 4,200 nolowooza nti naawe akakoko olina ogenda kateekayo owangule kirala eno story anyumya story ye gye yayitamu okutuuka watusola so don't be encouraged that now you have to start football betting.
not the way to go, guys.
It's his story.
Nari nduzinga nyo mu betting. Nari betting ako nenduzinga nengamba nanga at least I want to get a win. Nenda wa Madrid yareza nganteka yo 15 fune 5 I was going to get 200 profit. At least I also bought at the account and I get this 200. But that day Madrid made a draw. From that day I gave up on trading. I even failed to win 200.
So, on that very point of winning 2 millions, on that very point of winning 2 millions, after hustling, after giving up on the 700,000, which was your tuition,
And luck comes at a 40.
and the luck comes at last, when you had even given out the 50,000 to the girlfriend. There are 2 questions there. 1, did you remember the girlfriend? 2, did you remember to pay the tithe that you promised God?
First thing, as I promised God, because after seeing that 2 mil, you have to first check if it withdraws. That
Yeah,
moment,
by the way.
even BetPower called me. They had never gotten someone make such odds, and from 42,000, people have made money, but it's not a usual thing for a beginner. Someone who has just opened an account to get 2 mil from 42.
To your account,
So the BetPower management, my manager calls me, hello, we just wanted to make sure it's you withdrawing this money. Are you ready to make your withdrawal? I'm like, yes, withdraw my money. Immediately, it works like the fastest brokers, you know. Immediately, my money comes. I was like, okay, now I have the money. So, first thing, I gave God tithe. That was 200,000. Gave him tithe. After that, I paid my tuition.
Now your heart is back at
I settled. I was like, oh God, thank you.
Eh?
I had to do it because, man, it was what
You're in pressure.
it put me on the most pressure I've ever had, ever. So I paid the tuition. After paying the tuition, yeah, by then I didn't know how to manage my money. We spent my money with my girlfriend. Just like that. The
You
meal
was
was
already on
good.
pressure, baby. Kundugeze meza.
Exactly. So I remember I showed people, because
The
people,
bet slip.
people couldn't believe. They were like, what? I even showed this
Where
friend.
is your friend? The other one.
Of course, I had some debts. I helped him pay like 100,000. Like you sort your debts, because of course he was trying to bet back the money that we lost.
He wasn't lucky.
Yeah, but I gave him anyway. I was like, you go and do something out of that money. Of course, it went back to bet bar. Still
Diana again, eh?
he felt like Solo made 2 mil.
Why not
Yet he
me?
just started. Why not me?
Akatandika.
Never
Yeah,
scuba.
oh,
So
life.
where are we going? We are going to the part where I learned trading.
Yeah.
So after me realizing betting, I didn't bet again after the 2 mil. I was a wise guy. I knew that this was God. I still know it's God because that prayer I made me feel like he actually understood. So I didn't bet again. I was like, to hell with betting. So in that process of me looking out for other online things, that's when I met Hamid, and we started that whole thing. So as we are starting, and he introduces me to the whole thing. That's the part of expert option. I try to make my own strategy. So I put there the 70,000. I think that's where we stopped off from. I put there the 70,000. Did my profits. I made like 100% profit from the 70k to like 140,000. Then I was like, let me first withdraw this money. Deposits were quick. I don't know if you guys have deposited with expert option. It's fast. Like, sweet, your money is gone.
Can take your money.
So I try to withdraw. Then they tell me, you can't withdraw this money in these business days. I wait. You can't withdraw this money in 3 months. I wait. I'm like, okay, 3 months.
So the withdrawal didn't go through.
Hold on. Then I go back to Play Store to read through the reviews of comments and see what people are saying. I found people complaining, crying that, yo, I've been waiting for my money. I put there a lot of money. People put there tons of money.
Review to
Man.
I don't usually read reviews.
Exactly. You just go there after you get a problem. And like, I didn't read reviews. So in that moment, I tried calling Airtel. I'm like, what? Then for me they told me you made a payment and it went to an offshore account. You can't tell where it went. You're the one who made the transaction. You put your PIN, so we don't know how to help. And that's all they said. I was like, okay. Now let me go back to Hamid. They tell me what real trading is.
That's source.
So I go back to him. It's like,
That is part of Soro's story. From trading, from shopping and selling products online,
Real hustler.
then to betting, from betting, now to expert option trading or to option trading. Now from that very point, he's heading into forex trading. Ebintu byonna bisooka kukaluba, osooka kugezaako ne bigaana, naye ekyensobi gy'osookera ddala okukola kwe kubivaako. Kino bwe kigaana, kwata kirigezaako kiri. Kino bwe kinaagaana, gezaako kino. Nsuubira okuba nga Solo gye yatandikira, essaawa eno si gyali. Solomon, in your story, you narrated that you met your friend, Hamid. I would want Hamid to first tell us
His side of the story.
the side of his story, to meet you and then to bring you into forex trading. Hamid.
So I was introduced to forex trading in that corona period. So I had a friend of mine from primary school. He stayed very near our home. So one time people are jogging, and that's what we all would do in COVID, jogging. Then I meet him and I'm like, yo bro, how are you doing it? Everyone is crying no money. And he's like, man, I make money at home. Like, how are you doing it? I trade. It's like, trade? So he's like, yeah, I trade on stock markets. He tells me a lot of things I've never heard about. He's like, okay. He sends me to Telegram. I go there, I search stock market. Now, okay, I don't understand anything there. So I try a bit and I lose track, COVID and, and there wasn't clear guidance on exactly how people are making money out of this. So COVID goes by. At that time also I'm still hustling, trying to sell some small jewelry here and there, but people just don't, they don't make you so much money. And then when you see the type of lifestyle that you want, 2K, 3K margins can't make it for
As
you.
a youth,
for me at least at that time, I didn't want so much. Yeah. And then I land on these websites, you make money from reviews, and then you're there, and then you spend your whole life there. A lot of time reviewing fake websites. I had made, I think, around like $4,000, and I was there.
$4,000.
Yeah.
On
Reviews, just reviews.
Soko tubuliremu sebo ku kya review. Okola otya.
Like Henry's the other story of
about
the
repost.
Kati kalinganga
how do you do?
kalinga website
Yeah.
nga kakugamba nti you review, you watch videos.
I know those.
And then you,
I was there also.
That's type, eh? And then you make sure you get like 20 people.
But me,
Those
I never
people,
made money.
You didn't make money.
No.
Oh, you wanted
I
desperate
closed
for
them.
it.
Me that
You really did what?
Sabi
I tried. Hustled them out. I got sent out to all my contacts on WhatsApp. Convincing them, guys, please join. If I win this money, I'll give you some of it. You know? I tried to convince all my contacts, and luckily I got those 20 people. Those 20 people also had to do something. Yeah. They had to also bring it. So I was like, okay. I reached that point of withdrawal. They're telling me, okay, withdraw. 2 weeks. 2 weeks come. Oh, wait. They tell you, wait. Your money's come. I'm like, okay. 2 weeks become a month. 2 months. 3 months. I go back to my cousin because he's the one we planned with.
Sent is all cause in the review, the money you've made.
Yeah.
Now they are saying you wait. No withdrawing.
No,
You wait for 2 weeks.
You wait for 2 weeks. We are still processing your payment. Campus is coming. You need money. I'm there looking
So
at my
you
cousin.
are not yet at campus by the time.
It was vacation. Yeah. So vacation. Have some friend of mine. He's also almost. He had already started campus. And he was like, campus, Eruba. I'm like, I could already see. I could already see the hunger coming. So I'm like, okay. Told my cousin, bro, the plans we had are not coming. I already
The
made
things
plans
are
for the
not thinking.
$4,000. We're like, you already calculate how much it is. Inagula wako kamotoka ka milioni ka msamba. Nembiwa. Then campus comes in. At that time, no, up to date, I don't know. Chabakola about you start domains. They after that you go on the reviews, of course. I'm like, Bankovia. The reviews are bad. I'm like, okay, I think lost. Yeah. The more, yeah, they make money off their servers and all that. So, then be vacavio. Try to sell some jewelry to my friends. Yeah, lost your
By the way, you see that money, you can even go in debt. You say, man, you give me that money.
Hey.
Today, you are
Never do that.
receiving 4,000
money is coming. Money is coming.
I'm expecting
I
some
can feel that
money
thing.
on Friday.
Your money is coming. So I was like, okay, you know what? Then I started selling, jewelry, small chains and all. I tell my cousin, you know what? I'm going to become the first icebox of Uganda. I'm like, yeah, I want to sell original jewelry. So I go downtown, I pick those small chains, small rings,
Original from downtown.
original from downtown. So yeah, I try to sell it to my friends. Of course, they're the first line customers. Post. I used not to post. I wasn't a socials guy. So what I would do, I'll pop out with some of my friends and then maybe try and sell it to them. I give most of them out on loan because people don't pay. Okay, they don't move with money. It's your first time. Like, see now, I can say the name. It's nice. Give me, I give you back. There's again that. There's again that sound like okay. At that time, campus comes in. Capital. So campus comes in. And I'm like, okay, let's start this new chapter. Try doing school. We're there during the school. Then that's when I meet my first roommate. On day one, he's a trader. I'm like, wait. Yeah, he's a Forex trader. Okay, at that time he was also beginning. So I'm like, Forex trading? Okay. Maybe it's fate, My friend tells me about this. I meet my roommate, first roommate. He's also a Forex trader. And then, although he had so many woos with him, when you're a beginner, a lot of pain. Because you see your friend in pain and you're like, can I go in those things? Really, can I go in those things? Hey. Okay. 2 weeks pass. We're going for our first computing lecture. That's when I meet Dan. Yeah. I didn't actually meet him because we were calling guys. So I pull out a DM the class group. I'm like, hey guys, I need a group. Then Dan is like, yo, come join my group. I'm like, okay. So he forms the group and does not show
He
up.
was the it guy. The it guy at the campus.
It guy, no one knew him. Yeah.
Very quiet.
Okay, like, I think
Changed.
there was still so.
Chile is a Daniel.
It changed.
Oh, I think
the
I've
campus was
always
that
still
cool,
calls him Dan.
Eh.
But Daniel. Yeah. So he forms the group and then does not show for the group discussion. I'm like, okay, the guy who has called us here, yeah, we shall move on. And then maybe he comes. At that time he wasn't in school. I think he was still doubling up and down, doing all those things. So I think after 3 weeks is when he comes around. You know, you were in the same group and you even don't see your mates. And then he comes. We met him one time, and then at that time still not so much into Forex. And then he also tells me, I do Forex trading. I'm like, wait. So he tells me his story of how he was not dropshipping, he was doing that Instagram, trying to write a book. He was also writing a book, and I was like, wow, guy has hustled. And then that's when he sends me, go read Baby Pips, because I told him, man, teach me. Like, go read Baby Pips. I go on Baby Pips. I'm like, okay,
Baby
what is
Pips
this Baby
has
Pips?
been there for us.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
intro for all of us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I go on Baby Pips, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
They make it so
There are
easy.
those ones they usually put at the end. Yeah.
So Baby Pips from Baby Pips, and I try. He sends me those first few PDFs I had of trading.
Yeah.
So it was quite a start, but not so much of I wasn't so much into the social media. So I really didn't know so much about Forex trading. Apart from that small that he had showed me. I didn't know the limitations, and actually there were no limitations to how big you could grow with Forex trading. So at that time I was still doing books, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I think I'll do books. So then I met this girl, a really good friend of mine. So, and then she's like, okay. She asked me this question, and I was like, so what is your plan? I'm like, okay, my plan. Go to school. I'm in school already. Yeah. Like, what's your plan for life? And I'm like, school, get a job. Are you for real? So I'm like,
Get a job.
yeah. In this Uganda? I'm like, yes. There's no money. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I look back and I'm like, okay, fine. I think I need to do something. So my friend, he's a trader. My roommate is there on his bed, hustling.
You see?
He's hustling out.
So, you never got interested
Now, okay.
to become a trader because
No,
of
you
your
were
roommate.
seeing him.
I was
You were
seeing
trying,
him.
but not so completely.
He wasn't
going.
impressing you.
Yeah. For some he had not got mentorship.
Lots of weight.
Yeah. He got
He
mentorship.
was going through a lot.
He was going through a lot.
He
Trading
didn't go
was
for
so
any
hard.
mentorship. So
Yeah. At that time, there was no mentorship. Although he was planning a mentorship with some guy called Ganaba Alex Ganaba
yeah.
at Movit Building. So he was on telling me, guy, bro, man, this Ganaba guy makes a lot of money on his things, and I'm seeing his page on his WhatsApp. At the time we had his WhatsApp, so he would status, and I'm like, wow,
So you
he's
could
making
get motivated
thousands
by
of dollars. He couldn't afford the mentorship.
I know. 5 million.
Yeah, 5 mil. At that time it was 5 mil.
Yeah.
Like, wow, it's almost tuition. So he's there crying, and I'm like, okay, you know what, bro? My mom is very supportive because she plays a very huge role in funding. You know, they always fund us with accounts and all that. So I'm like, bro, you learn how to trade. I will pay you. I'll give you money to trade, and then we split 50-50. At that time, because even that friend of mine, she was there looking at me, and she was like, I sit there, and I'm like, you know what, this has to happen. I go this guy, I'm like, yo, I want to pay you, you trade for me, we split 50. Then the semester ends, we go for sem break, another lockdown hits, and then we're like, okay, we're studying online. So I move in with some friends of mine in Nansana. So at the time we're still learning online, so I see a lot of exposure. So that time I called Dan, and I'm like, yo, Dan, are you coming in for the semester? Because we were still doing computing work, and he's in our group. And I'm like, yo, should we add you in the group? Because I'm making lists, and we need to add you in the group. So he's like, yo, bro, man, I don't think I'm going to make it this semester.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What you mean you're not going to make it?
Charlie,
I'm like, okay, fine. I call my other groups. Dan is not coming. Then that's when Forex Monsters starts going big. So I'm like, okay. I start following.
About Forex.
Yeah,
Forex
Forex everywhere. So I see Forex, I'm like, okay, fine. And then that's when I call my bro and I'm like, yo, bro, help me with this money. I'm going to learn how to trade, and then I'm going to trade for us, and I'll be splitting you 50-50.
The
So
confidence.
yeah, and my bro is another risk taker. So he's like, okay, fine, sends me the 250. I pay for the mentorship. At that time I had also mobile money.
No,
No, like the
which
person who was
mentorship?
going to mentor you.
Oh, I was paying at Forex Bills.
Yeah.
Dan. At that time there was still Forex Monster. So I paid to him. I tried attending the lectures while still doing the online classes.
There is no something like, he's my friend, you come in, you know. Done.
Oh.
They take you for free.
Wait, this is
Me,
business.
when I was
No
starting, I
business.
taught my friends for free.
Wabula nange.
Yeah,
But
including this one.
No.
It depends.
I
You see,
taught
it
them
depends.
for free.
Friend bafunamu naye
Yeah.
bate
And
bajja.
there are types of friends.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Omuntu gwasanga
so like when someone is so close to you,
classmate,
feel
and
like,
like
"Ah,
one
so
second
this
grade.
is
By the way,
No.
this is my
Who are just close. We're not friends. Like tight friends.
You are not
Just
side
But
media.
you
Associates.
know each other. You know,
Yeah.
and you know
Associates.
someone is
You knew
hustling.
someone.
He's in.
Not so
yes,
Did you charge your friends to pay and learn?
yeah, he paid.
I
Daniel.
paid
You paid
to
Daniel
get
to teach
mentorship.
him.
and he taught you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after learning,
Mm.
did you charge your friends
No.
to learn?
Because they were
Yeah.
friends. How did you come to know so low?
So
This one
yeah.
was the same.
After that time,
Uh-huh.
I trade. It was so hard.
They traded.
School, trading.
So did you attend the mentorship you paid for?
The mentorship was online, so I did all the online classes every night. Exams kick in. We're done with that. Then we report for the next year. Then we have a friend in common. So she keeps still talking about a Solomon. There's a Solomon, the dancer. I'm like, there's a Solomon, a dancer. Never heard of him.
Who was
Because
dancing?
he was.
You
a
also
dancer.
dance.
Mr. Hustler.
That was for high school.
Yeah.
So she knew you from high
From
school
high
that you are.
school, eh?
But never cover break dancing.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. So she keeps talking about the Solomon, the dancer. Her friend.
You have missed a lot from Solomon.
Benji.
He's
Episode
everything.
number.
The it guy.
Yeah, he's the it guy.
Okay.
So she talks about him, and I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe one time
We should
we'll meet
meet,
the
yeah.
Solomon. So she has now. I'm still in hall, and then she moves out of the hall, and then I go visit her at her hall sometimes, and then that's when he comes in. I'm like, she introduces, this is the Solomon, the guy.
Talking about.
Yeah, this is Solomon. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not a social media guy. So I'm always like out of those things. I don't
I
know
saw you.
those things. So yes,
By the time they introduced him to you that he's Solomon,
yeah,
you had already attended your trading classes.
yeah.
You were a trader by then.
Now,
No,
at that time, you make a decision in your mind, because at that time I was blowing accounts. I had nothing to show someone.
But they
that
were
I was
mentoring
trading.
you. What was
You
not
were
happening?
No, that is not a mentorship. Come on. Like, there's a difference between giving
learning.
someone videos
Okay.
and
Like one-on-one.
and then
one-on-ones.
being
Training.
mentored, being
Yeah.
with someone.
being with someone like.
Trading.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
it. We do this. The way to go.
And at that time, school was so much into my programs.
Because you were like, after school, I go look for a job.
After school, I'm like,
Yeah.
so then I'm like,
Like a non-educated guy.
I'm blowing accounts.
And you're like,
And
this is
I
not
couldn't even tell anyone that I was trading.
Mm.
Because like,
Because you couldn't
because
even
you
show
can't
something.
even show up my MT5 because like reds everywhere.
okay.
So I remember that time I go home that whole break after the Nansana period. I go home and I tell my moms, I want to do trading. I kept on showing her Dan's videos on YouTube.
You're showing mama.
Yeah, showing her those videos, and I'm telling her, he's my classmate, and he's doing great things. I want to be like this. Okay. Much as then she's like, Hamid, you need to go to school. Yeah. Hamid, you need to finish school. I'm like, yeah, school is a stepping stone. I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. School is a stepping stone? Fine. but I want to do this. She's like, fine, all is well. So she funds me. At that time, she keeps telling us, Hamid, we're gonna give you money. Okay, you're gonna. She gave us money, me and my bro.
Did she
Go
know
do
that
something.
you had been paid? You paid for mentorship earlier.
No. That time, until then, I was still telling her that I know how to trade.
Eh?
I was like, I know how to trade.
Eh.
Give me the
But
money.
you are getting the money to give your other friend, the one you had told to learn that you give him money. You share 50-50.
50-50. That was my bro. Now my bro, yeah, because bros are like that. Families like that. There's no contract. Like, when you make money, you give them. If you don't
No,
make
the
money,
roommate.
Did he give
the
you
roommate.
money?
Now the roommate, when we split from that semester, we go lockdown. So he's a bit far. So I make new plans. I'm like, okay, fine. Because at that time I even didn't have money. You know, campus, you have no money. You can't. You're funding someone 50K. What is that? Is not funding. Funding is like.
You are planning to fund him
One-
for 50K.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, I can't fund someone 50,000. That is not funding.
You share 50K.
Because I was like, okay, that chapter gets done, and I'm like,
So the
okay,
mom,
the mom funds me. She funds us, and
That
time-
ngakuwayo ngameka.
so that time she gave us 5 mil.
Mama.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
see.
I had
And I
given her
know.
hope and direction,
Yeah.
Wow.
and I had told her, you know what, this is what I want to do.
That was real
And-
funding.
Not only that, I was like, I'll do whatever it takes.
To run.
Yeah. So my bro also was there on hand, and like, I'm also going to do this. He's also
So the
going
bro
to
is
do his
also
thing.
pursuing Mama. But
Uh,
it works what?
No, for
No,
him.
for him, he's doing
No,
well.
he had told me he had done trading before.
Yeah.
I was like, those things are scams and what. I think he had done IQ options and that
yeah.
shit. So he's like, trading. I did that, but you do them also and see what happens. So for him, he took his 5 mil, did something, whatever he did with it. I don't know what he did with it.
For you funded your MBA.
I went. I funded some broker, 5 mil.
You opened up your own account. So
Yeah.
you're ready to trade for yourself?
Yeah. At that time, I really thought that it's
just
strategy
needed
that
money.
needs that. I didn't backtest it. I even didn't know what backtesting was.
Because you already had ideas. of
Yeah, I
how
thought
to go
just
about it.
watching a video meant learning. I've learned. You know, I'm like, I'm good to go.
You know, I
And
just need
boom.
money.
Money has now come, so there's no more excuses.
Always, everybody's excuses. I don't have money.
I don't have
If I
money.
get money,
I
I'll
have
show
money.
you. No money has come.
So she money is there, and then at the time I had a 5,000. I had 5 mil, so that was how much?
It's
Like
around
1,000 something
1,000,
dollars.
like
Yeah,
600.
600,
Yeah. So I put 1,000. I left the other,
Just
the
in
balance.
case.
Yeah, like 2 million. So
What was going through your mind?
in
as
my
you were
mind, I was
requesting this
like,
money?
I didn't even request it. I think she
No,
just gave
as
us
you
at
were
that
going
time.
to deposit the
Then I
money,
deposited
what was
it.
going through your mind?
I was like, you know what?
Because you knew certainly sure that you didn't know how to trade.
I thought I knew.
But you
You
so
know,
you
man,
felt
you
confident.
to
Uh-huh.
maybe over there.
We're
Yeah.
practicing on your demo.
I there's a time I deposited like $5. Then I moved it to like 25.
And
So it was like
this
a-
was there.
It was a flex,
If
eh?
I had the money,
I was
now
like,
you see.
money.
Yeah.
Huh?
You see now, $5 only.
$5. I'm
What
like,
if I have like 500?
I think I told my mom that story for another how weeks. See, I'm-
Hey,
you know,
I know.
up to $100.
That you good confidence from
Yeah.
your $5. Okay.
I'm a founder
Yeah.
kid.
You have money on the account.
Yeah.
What happened next with the money deposited?
I lost like a lot of
How
it
long? In how long?
because now the semester had begun, and London and New York
Yeah.
school time.
Oh,
You have lectures,
class.
yeah.
Okay.
I have lectures, and there's London and New York.
You're doing
So
there.
yeah, so I'm there in the lectures. You know, you're trying to also trade,
Trade.
and things are hitting you left and right. You can't make good analysis. You're in your room, cooped up there. There's no network in nowhere. My God, yeah.
I mean, I'm just like
Who upon it?
when I was at campus, I was going to run mad.
It is an experience.
Yeah.
That's when you had not introduced him to first trade.
Now, at that time, I hadn't yet met him. Yeah, I had met him. So
That
then
is 2020.
21.
2021. Because we joined at the end of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2021 beginning.
Now, like the first semester ends in 2021
Yeah.
Jan.
Jan.
Because I remember Jan is when they put a new lockdown, and then we stayed home for like 3 months. Then we started a new semester around 2021 when, because I remember the monsters blew up March, April, May, June.
Okay.
So April, May, June is when I follow them. Then August, new sem begins. Then
You go on your own journey.
I go on my own journey. New trader.
Ah,
I'm
real
like, okay.
trader.
Yeah. Trader, have money, no
Funded.
excuses. No excuses. Money is deposited. Good to go.
No, now nothing
I'm
is
like-
stopping you.
Then I'm like, okay, what do I try to trade. I try to be in school. It's not working quite well. So I make a decision. I'm like, okay, let me first, because I'm blowing a lot of money. I'm like, okay, first pause this
So
money.
where is this 5M we're talking about?
Oh,
You blew it.
past tense. No longer
In
exists.
how long?
That whole semester.
How long did it take you to lose that 5 million?
Like 3-4 months.
Now I made some small money. Then the good thing I realized I didn't know so much, so I stopped. I pulled it out of
How
that
much are you
broker.
pulling out now?
How much am I pulling out?
Then.
Then I pulled out like $700. I had lost 200.
Okay.
I think 700. I lost like 300. I pulled out 700. I put it back in my account. So
The best decision ever.
yeah,
That means you are good in using
Yeah.
I was yeah.
Discipline.
No, he knows how to. He knows where
You
to stop.
evaluate yourself
Yeah.
no matter
Yeah, so I was
what
like,
you
oh, no,
remember.
you can't just keep losing that.
No,
Yeah.
someone is like, no, maybe
Oh,
this trade.
Maybe
take
this
out
trade.
sizing
Bigger
or
maybe
whatever.
it's a
bigger
better
than-
trade today. Maybe it's
Yeah.
my luck.
So I first posed that. Then I meet Solo. And then he meets me. At that time, he meets me at also my time when I had
Now when
Semi
given
given up. We are campus. But then I had not given up. I had just like paused.
You're
Yeah.
keeping your money.
Literally,
Yeah, I'm
literally,
keeping the money.
Almost like you had
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't given
He
up.
had already evaluated himself that he cannot trade.
Tewali trader giving up.
You can't give up. Then I meet Solomon.
Eh,
And then he at that time he also doesn't know about trading yet. That story of trading comes in because I'm like, he sees me always on my charts. And I was like, okay.
However much you had with
Now
the
so
money,
long.
I had-
but you kept
uh-huh.
on
you
I was
had-
always
you
on.
had started options.
When you
Over
told me
not yet.
about trading, I started options.
Yeah, that is
At
when
the
you.
time, I went back to him.
Yeah.
So I remember I went back to him and he showed me how to add the broker to MT5. I feel like that's also another challenge people should be
To
taught.
add-
Definitely,
yeah,
yes.
to-
Because I looked, they showed me the broker app and MT5. I'm like, how hard could it be linking that two? Trust me, when you're a beginner, that could be
you
so
don't
hard.
know how
You're
to
like,
think about
The
login
chart is
details.
there, but how do I log in?
Everything looks so
Internet,
analog.
how do I know that it's connected to
Exactly.
the internet? It's a lot, yeah.
So that whole process, I still needed help. I went to him, he added for me. So I was like, I met the other roommate of his, the one that was struggling.
Yeah.
So I was so excited.
to
Finally, there is something that makes people millions on their phones. So I was so excited, and I remember that day I met a friend. I told him, "Yo, bro, I started my journey in trading. I have deposited."
With your excitement.
He looked at me and like, "You can't blow it." He told me that statement, but it's stuck in my head. But that statement,
Blankly like that.
blank. I felt bad. I won't lie. I felt
Because you were here for motivation.
yeah, I was here for motivation that hey, you're going to make it. He told me you can't blow it. I'm like, I'm going to prove this
He was
guy wrong.
tired.
No, me, I have this. Okay, I feel like I'm a different person when it comes to being committed to something.
For him, I think.
So when he told me that, I was like, his perspective about it might be even the problem. That
that's-
because remember, trading is not about the strategy; it's about how you relate to the market, your emotions, your psychology. And his is already portrayed in his words. How better could he get? So when he told me those words, I was like, I deposited my 7, was it 80,000. So I use EXNESS. I put my 80,000 there.
About
So-
money, sweet.
So he told me about signals. So like with signals, you can just get signals. Someone tells you to enter, then you just wait and hit TP
Yeah,
or
yeah,
stop loss.
yeah.
So like, oh, that's easy. I don't know. Till now, I know I have God on my side. I have high faith in that. So I put 80,000 on my account. So to a normal beginner, of course, the reason why the other guy told me go and blow it is because he expected for it to be blown. Truth is, now that I know what goes on in forex trading, I know it could be blown anytime. So when I put there the money, I started my first trade, bought some signals, started my first trades. I made from 80 to 100. Okay, this feels good. From 100, I wouldn't tell you that my journey was so bad. From 100 to 200, I'm like, okay, this works well. I haven't lost anything, by the way. I'm just doing that and it's working. Actually, I would say in my story, I started off well.
Yeah.
So from 200,
Like us.
from 200, I went to 500 using signals.
We got punches from the
I just scalping, like, enter with big lot size, get out quick. Because I knew when you see red, it's not good, so you have to take the profit when you see it. I did that to like 800,000.
Wow.
From
your
80,000. Actually, it reached 900,000.
Wow.
And I was even already showing people in class, yo, I'm making this money
Where is
right
this
now.
one now?
He was still with me, though. Okay,
He
now
was
what?
seeing.
He had already
Now
showed
I
me how
think
to.
he was gaining his confidence. more.
I don't know, we were there together.
Eh.
But like now, when he's doing that, I was in a lecture. We actually it was it's
Like
kind of like a
evening.
week.
Yeah, I did that in a
2
week.
days, like 2 to 3 days. Like
From what it
Monday.
was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had like 900,000. Like,
Then
Okay.
Sunday,
Using
we
bigger lots,
discussed
right?
yeah,
about
very
the
big.
exits.
Yeah.
Sunday, broker. We talked about that intro broker and that stuff. Monday, that's when I think you get the signals.
Yeah, good signal.
Then Monday kicks off
That
Make money.
by the end of the week,
I made
you
money. People in my class were wondering, how are you doing? And the
No,
best
everyone
part,
is
I was
teaching.
even withdrawing
have-
to show them that this is real money.
Oh.
So like, wow, so this is called trading. I actually told my classmates, you see, I just started this yesterday, and I'm making this money. The guy was like, what? Because it was running like 100,000. I entered some signal there in class, 100,000 running of Ugandan shillings. That's money in just seconds. Someone
People
looked
are
at me.
Campus,
I'm at
someone
campus.
is struggling to get a 20K like this.
So after putting the money there, 900,000, like it's time to withdraw. So I withdrew. It was like I withdrew 100. I was left with like 800. So that day I got bad signals. So now that's where that
Instead of
downtrend
eating your money,
started.
you're like, I don't know. This
Now I want to grow to buy other.
Yeah.
You know, you have that
Rero
anticipation.
balabazi buli sawa.
So the guy said a signal. So the problem is that the guy said signals, and he said these signals are assured. You give your they gave me that sure that felt like yo I should go all in.
naye nga okuva nga maze okumiitinga omaze omumiitinga musinkanye, when did you realize that now you're profitable, you're making money, real money, not from signals? You are just doing analysis yourself and you are making money that you can see that zino nze nzikoze tebampadde signal.
Did it blow the account? The sure.
The sure drained the account to zero. I lost everything.
Like 800 sweet.
Sweet, and I was back to zero. I was now
You
like,
had made the
okay.
20.
I guess you had tested the waters.
Yeah, I tested the waters. They were quite soothing till that point when I got assured.
By the way, someone told me that if you want someone to not to quit trading, not to be frustrated, soko omuwe ku signal, soko omulage nti there is something tangible, there is hope. Nebojjayo nebwegiba mitwalo ebiri, to never give up.
Yeah. The only way I also kept
Akombyemu.
trading.
Yeah.
I
So-
first made money.
You moved on. How did you move on?
So how I moved on, I started my room. Of course, after a loss, you know what happens. You're not yourself. You feel like, am I doing it wrongly?
The questions now.
Questions start coming in. When
Yeah.
you're losing,
What am I doing now?
when you're winning, you don't learn. But when you lose, you start realizing why.
Am I doing
Is
the
it
right thing?
sustainable?
Yeah, you learn. You get a
What
lesson.
am I getting myself into?
Exactly. So I remember I went back to Army. I'm like, bro, what else is there to Forex than signals? Because me, I only thought, well, there's someone out there who knows what to do, but never in my mind did I think that I could be that person. So all I wanted was to know, after knowing that signals can be bad, I was like, what else is there to trading than signals? He told me, well, you can get taught, they teach you and all that stuff. So he told me he had already gotten mentorship, but then as I'm a big headed person, he talked about mentorship, and he also talked about YouTube. So there is knowledge on YouTube. I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, YouTube only. I have time. I'll watch all the YouTubes about Forex. I started watched YouTube, learned strategies, Fibonacci, alligator, every moving average I had on
How I
my
flipped
phone.
100 to 100.
How I flipped 0 to 1,000. You're like, okay, now I want to watch that.
Now this is that.
This is the video. And there is the way when YouTube knows you're watching those videos,
Yeah,
it brings in many.
Yeah.
So every video that will come up, I would watch that video. Even if I'm walking and I see, I have to watch it. Then after this video, I even watched the guy talk about a strategy.
Day in the life of a Forex trader.
Before those ones, before even, this is the strategy that will make you money. Then I watched it. I funded my account. I funded like over $30. Strategy ya Ghana. Said as I know, I look talk and I'm such a
ultimate strategy.
Ultimate strategy. Ngazi time frame zonna njagala zimanya. Katona akoze kino. I'm very good with keeping up with some knowledge when bamufunye. I kept working hard. Then till ngona ina zikosi mu ina zi videos ngane ndikuzi YouTube. Fibonacci. So I was really consistent with YouTube, but in the long run, it wasn't bringing gains. But I'm still coming to that. But I didn't give up. I knew YouTube is not working. Signals didn't work, but I didn't give up. So at that moment, I read some books. Before I read some other book that changed my life, I'm going to tell you in the near sentences. So I kept on doing research. I would make some money, lose some. Then to make the story short, I was still living at campus, but then I decided to shift to Kampala. Like, when you're starting everything, you need to do it afresh. I wanted to go all in. So I went to Kampala, started staying with him. So we got a course by some Ugandan mentor, I won't mention the name. But then another course, because he already had the other one, but we got another course, we felt like we didn't know much. So when I got the other,
we are really interested.
I was interested. The guy gave us his time. But have you ever had this feeling of that you're getting diluted information? Let's say I tell him something, he tells you that thing,
and then it goes like
by the time it reaches that guy,
it's
a different story. Thank you very much. So this is the problem. When we got that Ugandan mentor, he had gotten mentored with some other mentor that wasn't Ugandan. He told us what he knew, but he just touched, what he understood.
Of course, he's also giving you what he knows.
Exactly. So when we began, he taught us. He gave us time from a week's period of on one-to-one Zoom lectures. We learned what we learned. We now feel like, okay, it's now time for us to start our journey.
Some difference between YouTube and the mentorship.
Exactly. Very big difference. When you get a mentor, even if you are not so good, you can get that
I always
good.
tell people here,
YouTube. Of course, the information is there, but it is not cohesive.
Exactly. They give you a lot that becomes poison.
I think YouTube is for people who are already trading.
Yeah.
When you already know what
something,
you're doing.
Exactly.
You want to add on.
But you can't go there with
Empty.
clean head.
Yeah.
Today what is
You
trading.
just pollute your mind with a lot, because a lot could become poison in Forex. So after us getting that course, we started doing some good work. I remember we flipped accounts 50 to we flipped, we made a lot of money.
Discipline is in key now.
Psychology not in key. Psychology not in key. Losses would treat us bad, but the strategy was working. Would make money, flip. Because
From 0 to 1,000.
okay, reasonable flips like
10,
50 to
30,
500,
yeah.
then mil. You flip your money slowly.
Now you see the future is coming.
Yeah,
it's
then-
very bright.
Of course, we got the confidence there. We're like, now it's high time we
This is the way
started
to
teaching
go.
people. So we remade the course, and
No, you had 2 courses combined.
what we learned is what we wanted to teach people.
Ah.
Of course, as I told you, dilute information will also, not that we got it dilute, but we tried to make it better than how it was told even. So we started giving signals too. We started, I remember that's the time I had like 500 around there, 500 subscribers on Telegram. So
Now, let me ask you, how you started creating a community of traders? Now,
Exactly.
muvudde ku babiri, the 2 of you.
no, we're working as two,
Yeah.
like
And now you're
want to
creating
grow.
a community.
a community
How
of
did you get the community?
okay.
Oba
800
because
people,
of
how
your
did they come?
background, wali eri mu social media, Instagram.
Sela chatandikira ku WhatsApp. So when we began the community after that first mentorship and seeing that we could actually make good money with the strategy, we made the community from WhatsApp. We told people join the group, we can make money, blah blah blah.
Did you have an Instagram who were posting anga
Yeah, those
profit
small profits I would show them and they'll be like, wow, I should learn. Then
What is
people,
this? What?
yeah, people came in, signed up, but still, we are still young. Even we made posters, but we're still young in the business.
Which year? Last year, 2012.
Was it
2021.
2020? The beginning of
This is recent.
the beginning of last year. Was it? So we started teaching them. Then when we taught them, people were interested to learn more.
When it has money in it,
Exactly, people.
everyone will click the link.
Exactly. So after that, we got funded. We started with our small accounts.
Like you got funded. What do you mean?
Funded, oh, my
Someone-
Forex funds.
Hey, how did you now? Okay.
My first file, and we did a challenge past.
I'm still getting there. How did I?
Like, hey yo, Bogamba, I got funded.
Oh,
we got. How did you
sorry.
come to know?
Not I got funded. I tried. Because
Okay.
getting funded is different.
Now, how did you know about
Prop
prop
funds.
farms?
How I knew about prop firms?
Or research on YouTube?
Yeah, now I was already in the business. I could
Because
tell
remember,
how
every time
people
you're
make
searching,
money.
those things come up.
Exactly. So I would see prop farms, how I got
You
funded
read
with
about
these prop
them?
farms,
A
and
quick
I read
question.
about them.
What made you know Gamanti? I can get my maybe flip $50 to maybe whatever. Chiche ekyakuleetera n'ogamba no, why don't I go for a prop farm?
Exactly. I like that point. I watched some trader. He talked about how flipping will never get you
YouTube.
anywhere. Yeah, for YouTube, better. It because as you said, when you go to YouTube, when you know something, you get what you need
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
Give up, yeah. So the trader said you can never make wealth from $50
Definitely.
or 100. Even net matter
Abaganda
was.
bagagati babusoda.
You can't make yourself rich from $1,000. I was like, this guy should be kidding. So he was like, use prop firms. He was so open. He told us the truth. Use prop firms. Because traders nowadays are giving you a whole mentality of flipping is what will make you rich.
$100 to
By the way, they
$100,000
trading, they
in
say
1
something
month.
like that. If practice does not make perfect, it makes permanent. So if you are paying flipping those accounts, you are doing bad behaviors of trading.
Exactly.
You are over-leveraging, you are doing all that. So you are making those
You-
behaviors
Yeah.
permanent in your mind. That means it will be hard for you to make
Exactly.
a consistent income.
Yeah.
Like risking 1% when you get big account. You'll be having that mindset
Of flipping.
of flipping. So you will stay in that circle
Yeah.
for even 10 years when you are not actually making consistent income.
Yeah, but just to say, it's not like people are not making money out of it. Some do it
Yeah, they do.
in their way, in their strategy. But then for a new trader, I wouldn't encourage them to do that. I wish back then someone told me, get mentorship first. Okay, yeah, they told me, I just didn't listen. I won't lie.
You don't listen.
Yeah.
Olaba ng'osobola obifuna wali.
Yeah, if someone told me, get mentorship, get funded. It's the simplest way. It's not easy. Still, there are ups and downs.
The shortcut at least.
Yeah, you cut on the expense of the losses
And the time
them,
was
and your time.
Feels like actually it's not, but it is the shortest.
It is for me, I tell people, whatever bad the mentorship could be, you're learning from experience. Not the other things you can get a better strategy from YouTube, but you're getting a journey which is well originally agamba I started from here. So you do this and this and this. You understand? Steps there.
His story.
So the worst mentorship is better than learning yourself.
Exactly.
So that is maybe the idea, and so you find that pro farms is really better than flipping the accounts.
So as we do wind up this show, there's a lot that you've talked about where you get the signals, which is very bad for every beginner in trading.
But they will never understand.
But ononye abagenda okitegeera. Nina video emu gye nalabye. Nga you asking for someone who can recommend for you a good pastor who is going to pray for you so that you can forget about signals.
To make money.
Did this happen? If it happened, does it work?
Using signals?
No.
Someone to pray for you.
Become profitable.
You become profitable by forgetting about signals.
Oh.
Pastor wa
The
mugomera.
video
Okay.
What came
I'll
into
tell-
your mind, by the way?
I'll
Doing
tell.
that video.
Okay, my videos just talk on that a
relating
little bit.
about Forex and signals.
Yeah, how it came about, it was natural. It wasn't forced, like planned or anything. Because I've actually seen people trying to do the same, but it doesn't come out as authentic. Because they try to formulate ideas from what we already try to portray to people. How it came about, it was a natural video, nothing lied about or anything. So I was just there, we made profit, and it was the video that really blew up. It got like 2.4 million views.
16K something I saw on Instagram.
That one, the one that blew up got like 2 million views and 100,000 likes or something. So it was natural, nothing forced. We didn't show any money. It's not like we showed a lavish life or cars and anything. It was just
Because
to show
it's relatable.
it's very relatable. And the way I make my videos, I make people feel like they're not alone. Because when I came to this industry, the traders that were there were just showing you one life. Exactly. You're driving. Then when you make a loss, they make you feel like you're not doing.
Part of
You're
us.
not good.
Exactly.
You're
What you're doing,
not
bad
you're
to
not
You're
lose.
doing something wrong, which we are not doing.
Yet it's part of the
Yes,
business.
it's okay to make a loss. I'm not saying you should lose for a week and you feel okay. Learn your mistakes and improve from that. But when you lose, the day you lose, it's not that you're a bad
But
person
you're doing the wrong thing.
or you're doing the wrong thing. Sometimes market conditions might deviate. You will have a news impact and it will take you out.
Definitely.
So people should be told that the loss is a part of the game. Now when I started my thing, it was all about showing people we understand how you feel, and we actually know that it's not the lavish life they have showed you, but it's also this. You will lose sometimes, you will cry, you will be chased out of your house. Because there are stories that we haven't talked about where we didn't eat, or stories where we spent less,
I know.
or when we didn't have rent.
That's a life-
All those are
life
stories I've
journey.
just left out.
naye bakirabira mu level endala gy'abantu gye bakireeteramu kugamba it is all about winning.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's what the media is painting.
One day I blew up my account. Then naleetedde kugamba Bashir because was my mentor. Ne mugamba namugamba nti akati bwe namukubira ne mugamba man, I've lost my account. He said, hey, I knew it was going to happen, but I don't want it for me. I've lost many. For you, it's just the first one. This is the way I felt. I said, hey, even
It's-
something
yeah.
can happen to you. Then from there, I knew that losing it is also part of the game.
Yeah,
We
so-
lose some, we win some as long as the outcome is income.
So when I came to the industry, the first video, okay, we had made a couple of videos. We're trying to copy what we found there,
Yeah.
showing people empty fire, just showing them blues. Yeah,
Being
but then we're
life,
getting ordinary results. So like, we should do something out of the box. It came to me, and I was like, we should tweak a little bit. I would even say that these videos, yeah, they are funny, but people actually think we are funny and don't know how to trade. Because many people come to me and they're like, I see you're very funny. Do you even know how to trade? I'm like, okay. To them, it feels like he's a
Doesn't
baby
know.
or
Yeah.
something. He's a joker. So
Yeah.
he doesn't know what
I
he's doing.
understand.
But then when I
Make it
take them
straight
to
to
my
them.
Telegram, they see that, well, the results that show, or when I show them the certificates, they'll be like, okay, wow, we didn't know you knew how to trade. Because very many come to me and like, you actually make money. They're all actually, he knows. I keep showing him all the messages. They're like, wow, I'm shocked you know how to trade. People who text my signal, they'll be like, I'm shocked I've made all this money from your signals. They thought I'll come here just play games as I've seen you on TikTok.
Solo, how did that come into your mind, Ogamba? Let me
gonna
do
be
this
different.
1 minute video that portrays something bigger, like gives this information relating to the life of a trader.
Yeah.
Okay.
What came into your mind?
It just did come to my mind. Yes, it came. There is another hustling story in primary as a comedian, I would say. Like these people who play skits and make everyone in the crowd laugh, then they get paid, like not paid, get that, you know, those shows of primary where where they give you some money from the parents. So I was there one time seated and I was like, oh, I could bring that to Forex trading. Actually, you're not the very first people telling me that you're shocked someone could think about Forex in that way. The places I've been, because I've been on other podcasts and they talk to me, they're like, how did you come up with this?
Yeah.
I'll just say it's God. Because it's not my own understanding that brings me ideas. As me, Solomon, I can't come up with ideas that consistently. And they're all funny. You would actually think.
He sent me the link.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I was seeing some people were posting on my on their status. The people I have in my contact.
Yeah.
I saw like 2 videos of you that were trending. I think some people were posting them. So until he told me, then I went there and I checked them. I've liked all of the videos,
Exactly.
and they are very relatable to
Yeah.
anyone who's trading, the beginner and whoever.
Yeah. So, how I started, it was God. How the ideas keep coming, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll tell people, that's why those that try to copy what I'm doing, they don't have that fast energy with it. I don't know. Yeah, they do it. I really appreciate that they are trying to build up from that.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it's something lacking. The natural part of it is lacking. So to me, I'll be seated here, and an idea pops up in my head. I would either write it down or I
So is he
execute
the
it.
man behind the camera?
Yeah, he's always the guy behind the camera.
The one who's always answering.
Yeah,
The one who's
yeah.
always praying for you.
Exactly, the one praying for me, the one being my father, the one being the landlord. So
So you've been with him on this journey.
yeah, and this is to show people that, remember the first time we were starting, I told you don't need anything to start, just start.
Just start.
We just started. We didn't have the fanciest
How
cameras.
is it? No.
How is it now? Like the
Social media and Forex. Yeah. The people.
it has brought me a lot of opportunities to it. It's not just the trading. Of course, brokers have reached out to me wanting me to be sponsored by them and all that stuff. Some have even taken me out of the country. So it has brought me so many opportunities. I can't start counting.
Yeah.
And of course, when people sign through my link, of course there is commissions and stuff. And but the
And
best
you've
part,
made friends as well, right?
yeah,
Created a community
Community.
which
Yeah,
believes
yeah.
and relate with you.
exactly. People actually love what I do, and every day, at least every now and then, I get someone to tell me, "Hey, just because of you, I'm not giving up." And I'm like, "Wow, how
Sorry,
good could that
Mr.
be?"
Julius, mbadde nsaba tumukomyewoko. Of course.
So mwoli yako
Kale
mbili.
yogere eri abantu if you're committed to come back.
Yeah, we
We
shall
have-
surely make time for some other meeting,
Yeah. So
God willing.
That is very good. Solo pounds y'omu ku basajja be nalabako he rose from I think that day to come and add stop loss. Ebyo n'ebisingawo birinde ojja
Katonda
kubiraba.
They should go
Era
to his
mukulu.
Instagram page as well.
by the way, people follow Solo kubanga
Gwe weewunya omusajja okubanga ye yazuukira ng'ekimuleese
nga bamugobye
kuteekamu
mu
stop
ggulu.
loss bamugube mu ggulu. Kati kye neebuuza
My
oba
finest video,
after
please.
adding stop loss oba yaddayo oba teyaddayo, ebyo birinde ojja kubiraba mu episode eddako. He's coming back. Munzikirize tumbewumbe programu eno Solo osibule ku bantu abadde bakulaba. Hamid osibule ku bantu abadde bakulaba. Yeah, kubanga they need to hear your last word and they want to actually find you.
Well, I was really glad I was invited here. I've shared my story, and it never makes me feel it always makes me feel happy telling people my whole story, because actually people only know the funny part, the trading, but they don't know how far you came. And I love that I've shared with them that part of crying and losing money.
Journey.
Yeah, it's not just a smooth road that you'll get blues all the way. And I'm really looking.
Everyone of us does here.
Exactly. So I'm really looking forward to the next time. Probably I'll tell you more about it, and yeah, we'll share more definitely.
Where should they find you?
Where
the
they
funny videos we are talking about.
TikTok, you can just search for Solo Pounds FX. Instagram, Solo Pounds FX. Telegram, Solo Pounds Forex. Yeah.
And YouTube as well. You have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, but the YouTube is a bit inactive. But we're going to resume with YouTube. How I do it, just a minute. My TikTok is for fun and comedy. My YouTube is for strictly teaching. Though I haven't really gotten the time to.
Okay.
Then Instagram is for fun, the comedy part. Then maybe the lifestyle too. Then the Telegram is where I teach my students and signals and stuff. So that's basically it for my platform.
Thank you guys for having us, and we would definitely want to come back here, and we hope to do this again.
We didn't talk about the funded accounts. There is also a story to that.
And I would also need to know.
Oliranga ebyokwogerako bikyali bingi bagenda kukomawo tugenda bakuleetera bye tutayogeddeeko bye batoyogeddeeko bajja kuba babyogerako. Tiimu ya Blocfiafrica, please musiibule ku bantu ate babalaba kubanga baagala okulaba ku kigambo kyammwe ekisembayo ekibasiba.
Guys, nga bulijjo like, share, comment, subscribe on this YouTube channel. Ebirungi byonna byebina waffe wano about forex trading. Nga leero tubaleetedde omwami Solomon Pounds, right? Yeah, follow him, follow us on our social media pages. Mine as usual nga bulijjo Nikrash256, Blocfiafrica, and Mr. Rukundo.
Okay, thank you guys for keeping locked. Leero lubadde lunyanyimbe batukutte offside nganze naye subscribe guys. Subscribe, tugenda kuba tugezaako baleetera stories abantu bwe bati tusobole okubanga tumanya wajje bavudde okubanga batuuse waneeno tulabe nga tweyongera okumanya bangi betuli nabo mu Uganda.
Guys, nga bulijjo Lukundo son of Sam, naye nze kyensobola okubagamba kyensembayo nakyo, this business sinyangu abantu nga babakisuubira. Nzijukira waliwo omusajja omu yali musawo n'omulala yali lawyer, baali banyumyamu ne bagamba ze professionals zetumanyanga difficult, ne bagamba naye trading it is one of the toughest professionals they are tempted okukola. Naye omuntu omulala asobola kuvayo n'agamba will go on YouTube neesomese, naye ate omusawo it takes 5 years okusoma obusawo, lawyer kimutwalira emyaka 5 okusoma obulala, naye baba bakugamba mbu trading it is one of the toughest profession. So guys, don't take it for granted. Ekintu ekijja with that big reward, it needs a lot of effort. Era bw'oba olaba nga you are declining, you are feeling lonely, it is something that needs 3 to 10 years of hard working to achieve what you want. So guys, never give up, keep pushing.
Every big reward needs a big sacrifice. Waye kinene osobola okufuna ekinene. Mbadde ka Mukama Julius ku Blocfiafrica, wansaawo waliwo enamba eziyitawo, waliwo akadde koonako subscribe osobola okuba nga tosubwa bino ebirungi n'ebisingawo bye tukuleetera ne bye tugenda okuleetera nateera. Mubeere bulungi, mweraba.